hear Charlamagne go back on the Democrats, that's big. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
You gotta mix it up. You gotta get dirty with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta muddy the waters a little bit. Cause confusion.
Yeah. Let me ask you something that's going around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, you know, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, you know, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, you know, whether or not, you know, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, you know, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, oh, you know, nobody's above the law, I respect, you know, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
No, that's crazy. And this is coming from Charlamagne, who has been an avid supporter and advocate, a surrogate of Kamala at some points, a big spokesperson for the left. And he just flat out said, yeah, I can't agree with him pardoning Hunter. As a parent, we get it. You know, kids do crazy stuff. But at the same time, it's like,
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a
No,
sudden?
I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over.
what the heck?
And this is just my feeling. Because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out there and they
No,
stand
hold
on
on. Am I getting this right? Did she just justify Joe Biden pardoning Hunter because everyone else is getting over? So why not POTUS? Why not he get over as well? I just got to see if I heard that right.
No, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over.
Wow.
And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just
Wow.
go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that
You're
go out there and they stand on this moral high ground.
Listen,
they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh, no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter
But you
Biden.
sound like you're
No.
Okay.
They trying to put words in. Charlamagne, listen. Charlamagne's ready for this.
One thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions
Yes, I
and the
understand all that.
impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. This same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. How we shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something?
No, that is a great point. No. We got a point. Let's talk about that. Shout out Alyssa Farrah Griffin. She made a great point. It was Biden who said when Trump made all of these statements about how his cabinet, how his inner circle, how people were setting up this silent coup, right? And Hunter Biden said, no, the cabinet, the American government, the people will never do that to Trump. And then in the same breath, while he was pardoning his son, he said that it was an attack on his son. The same government, the same people who he said vehemently didn't do anything to Trump. They weren't performing a silent coup. And then he just says they were trying to have a personal attack on Hunter. Like Hunter, like it was them who told Hunter to go do drugs and do the things that he allegedly did.
No.
Donald Trump more than me or Charlamagne.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more, but you're missing my question. Okay. My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also a problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be a objective about
That's
anything.
why I'm an independent.
Yes, but
I
that's
think
not.
that's the best way to go.
But that's not a monolith. We're not.
Yeah.
Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say we're wrong?
That's a great point. Listen, shout out.
No, I don't.
Shout out Charlamagne, because they had Stephen A. last time, and Stephen A., you know, he still works for Disney. He still got to abide by the Disney bag. But Charlamagne, he's still gonna cook. He like, why not just speak out when you're caught red-handed? Why not just say when Democrats, when the left is wrong? Straight up, like even people who are Democrats, like what's his name, like Charlamagne, he's been a huge surrogate. He used Breakfast Club to bring Kamala on to be a surrogate of the left. And he said, you know what? I can't get with that. I can't get with that. Especially, he said these same people would never do such a thing when Donald Trump accused them of performing a silent coup on him. And then at the same time, when he's pardoning his son, he said they had personal attacks on Hunter. It was a personal attack by the government. There's the inconsistencies is loud.
Can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power, right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg.
Yeah,
I would never. I said that. I just think that.
Think about it. Just think about it this way. Just very quickly, can you reframe it in this way and think about it maybe in this way? The president has the ultimate pardon power. Every president has done this, right? Yeah. And so people are saying is that Joe Biden is now a liar, as opposed to Joe Biden is someone who now knows that the person that is going to be in the White House is on a revenge tour and his son is on an enemies list. And so he is using his rightful power, his rightful political power.
Yeah, anytime she talks, we just kind of like, you know what I mean? We already know the deal.
Now, is that a lie, or is that perhaps being pragmatic, having a change of opinion, as opposed to the president-elect who has lied almost 40,000 times during his first term?
Well, I can't say what it is
So
because I'm
who
not in
has
that.
the moral high ground? Like, what's the faux outrage?
Neither one of them have the moral high ground. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. But when you are a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican, you refuse to be objective about the other party. Like it's like we're watching them do something wrong, but we're making excuses for it.
But we
We watch Republicans do things wrong.
Damn, what a point. What a point. Shout out Charlamagne for keeping it 100, though. Shout out Charlamagne. Whoopi and Sunny, just keep them in your prayers at this point. The Delulu is going crazy, so you might as well just keep them in your prayers, because they willing to just do and say anything at this point. She said, yeah, he did that because he felt like everyone was getting over, so why not he get over too? Like, what kind of response is that, man? Oh, my goodness.